hardships, looking for attention. Entrepreneurship, do your own thing. Hey, entrepreneurship. Everybody get on the right shit, looking for attention. Entrepreneurship, do your own thing. Hey, entrepreneurship.
I'm coming very strong and bold. Let me tell you before you get told.
You got
See, I run my own thing like I won the championship ring.
period. So I say to all my misses, I'm looking fly, I rock my business.
Okay.
Now my friends be dialing and calling while I'm having fun and balling.
Everybody get on the right shit, looking for attention. Entrepreneurship, do your own thing. Hey, entrepreneurship. Everybody get on the right shit, looking for attention. Entrepreneurship, do your own thing. Hey, entrepreneurship. Everybody get on the right shit, looking for attention. Entrepreneurship, do your own thing. Hey, entrepreneurship. Everybody get on the right shit, looking for attention. Entrepreneurship.
Good morning, Milwaukee, and welcome back to the Hustle and Grow Show. As always, this show is powered by the Center for Teaching Entrepreneurship. Now, without wasting any more time, we're going to start out our show by talking about Earth Day. Now, as some of you may know, and if you were out of the loop, Earth Day was celebrated this Tuesday. Now, I'm going to start off the show by talking about Earth Day, what the holiday specifically is for, what it does, why it's supposed to do, or what it's supposed to do and why it's even here. And I'll talk little bit about what we can consistently do to make every day in this world a better place and healthier for this war, healthier for the planet and healthier for our communities. Now, from the official site of Earth Day, they have multiple different pages and resources dedicated to teaching and mobilizing the effort to take care of our planet, which, fun fact, every year for Earth Day has a theme. And the theme for this year was Our Power, Our Planet. And it was about inviting everyone around the globe to unite behind renewable energy and work toward tripling the global generation of clean electricity by 2030. And besides the growing crusade to expand upon the use of clean energy, the website also has initiatives dedicated to helping in picking up trash and plastics, cleaning up our rivers and lakes, and teaching the youth about teaching the youth about the climate, and environmental literacy. They also have resources dedicated to food and the environment, fashionable clothing made to help the environment, and one initiative that I took interest to, which is the Canopy Project. The Canopy Project works with global partners to reforest areas in dire need of rehabilitation. Areas include some of the world's most at-risk climate change communities and environmental degradation. Yeah, sorry if I said that incorrectly. Just a little bit out of it today. This program also includes vital tree planting in the wake of environmental disasters. And since 2010, EarthDay.org has planted tens of millions of trees with the Canopy Project.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. I wanted to note something when you said talking about cleaning up trash and plastic from lakes and rivers. Since we're on Lake Michigan, that's really important.
Oh, yeah, for
us.
sure. Lake Michigan.
We have 3 rivers in Milwaukee. We're going through Milwaukee, the Milwaukee River, the Kinnickinnick, and what's the other? Menominee River. So it's very important to start cleaning around those areas because they're helping with populations like salmon and different fish that are very important for the environment, like feeding other animals.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And with MMSD, Milwaukee Metropolitan Sewerage District, they're working to renaturalize the Kinnickinnick River and making it better for the environment and also the people that live around there. Like they bought all the houses around to make it safer when they're working and like taking out the canal because like it was so sloped and like there wasn't anything to slow down like the flow of water that kids will fall in. And
Wow.
Oh wow.
yeah, so they started naturalizing. I went there. It's on like the Pulaski Park and they're like making it look better. It looks really good.
I remember when I was younger, I went on a clean up the. I forgot what river it was, but we went on a clean the river experience with my school. My dad was there, and while we were cleaning up the river, my dad and I stumbled upon a tire that was so deep in the ground you couldn't pull out. Like roots had started to form over that tire,
Wow.
and it was actually harming the wildlife that was around it. And we were actually able to pull that tire from the ground, and it was really big. It was like not a tire from a car. It was like one of those tires that you see on one of those big 18 wheelers. One of those
Wow.
tires. Yeah, thing was huge.
That kind of reminds me of like the tire pollution. Like burning tires is super like
Yeah.
bad for the environment. So
I feel like a lot of times people believe that they can't like do anything to help or like their one like move won't like change anything. But I have like a list of things that people can do that's like easy. Like it's not going out of
Yeah.
your way to like go outside
Yeah,
and like
very
clean
very
something.
simple things you can do.
Yeah. So for one, you can unplug for the day. I know that's hard nowadays because everyone's like on their phones, but it saves energy and you can just connect with nature. Like like you don't always
Yeah.
have to be on your phone. You don't always have to be in the house. You can be
Yeah.
outside, enjoying the nature,
Go
getting
outside,
air.
read a book,
Yeah.
touch grass, something.
Yeah. And then you can also switch to reusable. So like if you shop a lot, go to the store, obviously there's plastic bags available. Paper bags, I don't know if paper bags are more durable, but I would recommend getting like the cloth bags
Yeah, those
because
are definitely more reusable.
And also
Yeah.
like reusing the bags that you get from like stores.
oh
I know
yeah,
our family did that.
yeah, our family
Mm.
does that.
Yeah.
And then try plant-based foods. Obviously, not everyone is gonna like it, but it's like it's worth a try. You don't always have to have like fast food or like just like crappy foods.
Yeah.
And then you can support local eco businesses, like I guess businesses that support like the earth. Yeah. And then clean up your community. I've seen like
Mhm.
a lot of areas that have like trash everywhere and then no one like takes the initiative to do anything about it and it just looks a mess. Like you don't want your
Yeah.
area or community to look a mess. Like
Yeah.
I don't understand why people are so okay with that, especially when there are trash cans like literally
Yeah.
scattered across.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just not hard to clean up your mess. So
yeah, people throwing trash out their windows while they're
Yeah.
driving or like on the
Yeah.
highway. Like
mhm.
that's just not. It's not
Yeah.
right.
Also, something that shocked me about Milwaukee specifically when it comes to trash now, trash and pollution is obviously a global issue, but Milwaukee is terrible. So, an article from the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel found that Milwaukee residents produced, and listen to this number, they produced over 22 million tons of trash and plastic between 2007 and 2021, and more than 30% of Wisconsin's trash is made up of food or food scraps like banana peels, bones, coffee grounds. Paper actually accounted for more than 21% of the trash, and plastic made up more than 17%. This is according to 2021 data from the Department of Natural Resources. Also, it costs the city of Milwaukee annually $14 million to clean up the trash.
Yeah.
And the Milwaukee Department of Public Works recycles about 300 tons of material daily, but only 15% of what they recycle is actually sent to the landfill.
Wow.
Wait, why would it cost that much if people like I feel like if people like volunteer to help clean.
People don't want to do that.
Well,
like listen, you
I mean,
see,
some people.
yeah, like we can look
Yeah.
outside right now. Like look over there, we got trash in the grass, we got trash. There's a
The
what's that?
library.
There's a dollar store right there. You said there's a library over
Yeah,
there.
the library design.
Yeah, there's an obvious example right outside. People don't care. They'd rather throw out their empty beer bottles and KFC right out the window after they're done with it. Like it doesn't take that much.
Yard School actually takes trips to clean up areas that are like highly like just a lot of trash around. So I feel like that's obviously first steps to helping, but I feel like if everyone doesn't have that mindset and doesn't want the same thing to like have a clean community, then it's just not going to go anywhere.
Yeah. I also want to say that's not only Milwaukee, but also like typically like the huge cities. Like for example, Los Angeles produces 30 million tons of trash annually. And with plastic, of course, being like the largest of it. And I don't know. It's just I feel like it's just like they have this, I guess, mindset as like I don't know.
Someone
They
else will
become
do it.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's not my problem. They hire the city hires people for this. It's their
Yeah.
problem, not
And
mine.
also because like if they were in like for example those places like I guess the suburbs and stuff where there's not as much trash, if they were in those places they would feel like less I guess pushed to throw their trash outside of the window. But when they're already in a place where there's a bunch of trash, or like
It's like
It's not-
encouraging
Yeah.
them.
And
Yeah.
and I want to say this for anyone listening: it is not the job. I repeat, it is not the job of the Department of Public Works to pick up every single piece of trash that's out there on the streets. They're not going to go picking up every stray paper towel or toilet paper. Their job is to pick up the garbage cans and the recycling cans. I worked for the DPW for a summer, so I can tell you we do not pick up every little stray piece unless it's around our property. We usually don't go around in one of our big garbage trucks with garbage pickers and pick up random pieces of trash unless that's what we're told to do for the day.
Yeah, and I feel like some people do it just because like they just want to do it, they don't really care about like the I guess what it looks like after they threw the trash out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and because it doesn't affect them directly right away, but like over time that,
Oh, yeah,
as you
for
can
sure.
see, it's affecting other areas and it's gonna affect you eventually. So
Or what about y'all know about Garbage Island?
No.
You haven't heard about Garbage Island?
What is it where like they
Is it
dump
what-
a lot of
No, it's an island literally made out of garbage.
is it in the water?
Yes.
yeah,
Oh
they
my
dump.
gosh, I've seen that.
Yeah, like the hold on, let me garbage.
Oh yeah, while you're searching for it, I'd like to note that like picking up trash, it can be fun. Like it doesn't have to be this like task, this
Yeah.
grueling task. At school, I hosted a trash pickup around the school, and we like went around the neighborhood, around the school, and we were picking up trash. We had a ton of trash pickers, bags and buckets, and everyone said it was fun. Like the entire school, like people agreed that it was fun, and I want to see if I can do it this year. I'm not sure because I did work with an organization. But if I can, I definitely love to do it again because it was just a bonding experience. Like even if you're not with like a large party, even going with like your friends, your family to pick up trash, it can still be a bonding experience and it can be calming.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I found it. So it's actually called the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. So it's not a legitimate island that you can walk on, but it's still such a massive amount of trash. Okay, listen to this. It's a collection of marine debris in the North Pacific Ocean, and it spans the waters from the west coast of North America all the way to Japan.
Mm.
That's like the west coast of America, even though if you went from the west coast of America to Japan, that would probably be a short flight from that distance. That is still a very, very,
Yeah.
very large span of water. And the areas of spinning debris are linked together by the North Pacific Subtropical Convergence Zone, which is located a few hundred kilometers north of Hawaii. And the entirety of the Great Pacific Garbage Patch is bounded by the North Pacific Subtropical Gyre, which means that it's a large system of swirling ocean currents, which means that it will not spread out. It's mostly going to stay in the same spot that it is. And most of the garbage there is not biodegradable, which means that anytime somebody throws something, which I've seen people do this, and I've seen trash inside of lakes and oceans and rivers. When people throw their empty bottles or excess food out into the ocean, or
Just
like
gonna stay there.
it's just going to stay there because most plastics are not biodegradable. It will float out into the ocean, and it will most likely, if it's from Japan or from the west coast of North America, or it could be from anywhere, it will most likely accumulate in some place near that garbage patch, or it will start up another one. And that entire area, the wildlife there, just it's not good for the wildlife there either. There's no, actually, I don't know if there's not any wildlife there, but it says the seafloor beneath the Great Pacific Garbage Patch may also be an underwater trash heap. So there could be trash all the way at the bottom of that.
Yeah.
And oceanographers and oceanographers and ecologists recently discovered that about 70% of the marine debris actually sinks to the bottom of the ocean. So all of that heavy debris that people throw out, that's getting sunk to the bottom of the ocean, and that's hurting not just hurting the wildlife, but also hurting the natural flora that's down there at the bottom of the ocean. So this is a really, yeah.
And I don't see anyone going in the ocean and cleaning that up. So I just feel like to
I
make
mean-
it easier on everybody, just clean up your
Yeah.
mess. Like it's not hard.
Yeah, don't throw your stuff out.
Yeah,
It's not good for you. Like, you don't want to go outside. Like, imagine someone threw trash on your lawn. You'd be ready to fight them.
Actually, now that I think about it, for the past few days, there's been a Taco Bell bag right on my lawn. I haven't picked it up for the one reason that I've been going back and forth, and I just haven't. I don't want to grab trash with my bare hands. I'd rather put
You
gloves.
could have used a plastic bag.
Yeah, I don't. I've just been going back and forth. When I go back home today, if that bag is still there, I'm gonna pick up that bag, because there's just been a Taco Bell bag sitting on my lawn for like a good week. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Well, if this is your intervention, anyone listening, well,
Changed, man.
yeah, go pick up any trash that's on your lawn or like around your street. Like if you have a car around your driveway.
Yeah.
Like.
Also,
And-
pick up your trash that's inside your house. That's
yeah.
how you get hoarder houses, right?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, spring cleaning.
Not to
do we wanna-
It should
mention
be
the other
all year
day.
cleaning.
Oh yeah.
The other day I was down at the lake. Well, not even at the lake. I'm not sure what river we was at, but it was like under some bridge, and it was just like a whole bite sitting in the water, and we just like, how did a whole
With-
bite
With tires and everything.
with tires and everything? How did a whole bite get into the lake like this?
Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I was working with this organization, 16th Street Community Health Center, and they gave us like a free trip to ride the lake. So we were on Lake Michigan. We were on this boat ride, and then we went through Milwaukee River, some type of canal, and it smelled horrible. Like it smelled like dead fish and garbage, and it was really sad because there was a lot of animals like seagulls around that area. And like the fact that they have to like live in that environment, be like they're probably consuming like pounds of garbage every like day, which is sad to think about.
Yeah.
Moral of the story: pick up after yourself.
Do we want to go for another minute, or?
Do you want to? I don't know.
We're about to go to. Well, we all love talking about the Earth, but we won't be able to get anything. Wait, what?
No, read the script.
Wait, we want to go to Mother's Day?
We're about to go to, well, actually, we're about to go to commercial, so we might
Yeah.
as well just give them a little bit of preview what we're going to talk about. Next up after the break, we're going to be talking about Mother's Day and what you can do in advance to not only surprise your mother and tell her you love her, but also the things that you can get for her and for you that will make Mother's Day not just Mother's Day, but mother and son, mother and daughter day, stuff like that.
Hey, Milwaukee, turning 65 or confused about Medicare? Whether it's you or a loved one, navigating Medicare can be very overwhelming. I'm Christopher Patterson, a licensed agent with the knowledge and experience to guide you every step of the way. From enrollment to finding the right plan, I help you maximize your health coverage and benefits, getting you the care you deserve. Call me today at 262-794-1320. That's 262-794-1320. Medicare made easy with help you can trust.
WNOV 860 AM and 106.5 FM, also known as The Voice, has been a central figure in Milwaukee's African American community for more than 60 years. Serving a broad region, it reaches listeners in Milwaukee, Kenosha, Milwaukee.
Everybody get on the right ship, searching for attention. Entrepreneurship. Do your own thing. Hey, entrepreneurship.
Welcome back to the Hustle and Grow Show, which is always supported by the Center for Teaching Entrepreneurship. So did we want to get started with the topic of Mother's Day?
Absolutely. I'll bring a little bit of history towards Mother's Day. The origins of Mother's Day, at least in the U.S., have roots in ancient traditions and a 19th century campaign for peace. In ancient Greece and ancient Rome, festivals were held honoring the mother goddess Rhea and I think Cybele. I don't know how they did. Also in the UK and Europe, there was an early Christian festival called Mothering Day. It wasn't specifically about mothers, but it had a main focus as for people to return to the main church that was in their area. Slowly, that tradition died out, and with the focus of the holiday, was switched towards honoring mothers. And officially, it was established as a national holiday in 1914, largely due to the efforts of Anna Jarvis and her mother, Anne Jarvis. Anne Jarvis organized a committee to establish Mother's Friendship Day, and the purpose of the holiday was to reunite families that were divided during the Civil War. And she also previously organized Mother's Days work clubs to improve sanitation and health for both Union and Confederate camps that were undergoing a typhoid outbreak. She died in 1905, and her daughter, Anna Jarvis, contributed and continued her efforts on May 8th, 1914, the Congress passed a law making the second Sunday in May as Mother's Day. And this year, Mother's Day falls on May 11th. So what are y'all getting for your mothers?
I I haven't really started shopping yet.
Oh my gosh, you got about like
I think.
What, 2 weeks?
Yeah.
yeah,
it's
two
only-
2 weeks or so.
Yeah, we have.
I'm not exactly sure. I just want to spend time with my mom.
That's a good gift
Yeah.
too, you know.
Mm.
But I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure mothers are looking forward to, you know, being woken up. You cook breakfast for her instead of her doing it for you. She doesn't have to get out of the bed, you know, not have to go to work.
And also like cleaning the house too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surprise your mother with a clean house before she wakes up. That's the perfect
Yeah,
gift.
my mom would probably
Won't
like
she
that.
like wake up though? Because I feel like mothers like I don't know.
It's
whenever you're
Mother's
cleaning
Day.
yeah.
and
She doesn't
stuff,
have to
you'll
do
be
it. It's
doing-
her day, you know. She doesn't have to do anything.
I'm not sure if she has work that Sunday. If she does, she'll be waking up at 6 a.m. If she doesn't, probably be waking up at 12. So it depends if she has work, and if she doesn't, then she'll wake up to a clean house.
Yeah. When she goes to sleep, that's when you start working.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
Santa.
Yes, exactly. That's her
Yeah,
early
we're
Christmas
just trying to
present.
make sure that she doesn't notice. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
cleaning stuff while she's asleep. Because
Hopefully she doesn't hear this.
Doesn't hear you clanging pots and pans together when you're trying to clean the pantry.
Be dropping
yeah,
glasses.
I think the vacuum is like the
Oh yeah, I might have to pull out the
Problem.
broom and dustpan then.
The broom and what are you gonna sweep the carpet?
But I know she really likes Harry Potter, so I might give some things about Harry Potter.
Take her to Harry Potter Land or whatever.
Oh,
Jen-
Universal?
Yeah, Universal Studios. Yeah. I was
You're-
about to say, do they have like a Harry Potter land like Disneyland or something? That would actually go over. You know what? That's what Universal really needs to pour their money into.
Harry Potter Land?
Yes. Like an entire theme park dedicated to Harry Potter.
Those went
I'm
way
not
off
sure
topic.
though.
Listen,
Yeah.
Harry Potter was the books were popping and the movies were popping when I was growing up. All right, if somebody made a Harry Potter land, an entire amusement park dedicated to just Harry Potter, I guarantee you, you'd get visitors like Disneyland. Guarantee you.
I think there's a new show coming out.
Say that.
There's a new Harry Potter show.
Yeah, I think I heard.
J.K.
about it.
Rowling, let it die. Just make Harry Potter land, then let it die. All right.
No, because every time they remake something, there's like different actors, and it just doesn't hit the same.
Exactly, it doesn't.
What does anyone else get in for them mothers?
I'm not sure
Yeah, I
yet.
haven't.
No.
It's I know my mom is listening, so it's a surprise. So I can't disclose that information here, but it's a surprise. I have been thinking about it. But for those of you that are listening, get something for your mother. All right, she's the woman that took care of you all the way up till you were 18 or even beyond that, because some of you tend to live in her basement, which you should get out and start paying rent. I'll say that. But don't just give your mother some crappy DIY gift and say, "Hey mom, love you. Okay, bye. I'm going somewhere else."
No,
effort.
I'd say
That's effort,
I'd say
like,
don't give her something frivolous like you didn't have
like
intention.
like a
and thought
last
in.
there's literally there's a Reddit forum all about getting something last minute for your mom because people just don't think about it, which is crazy to me because I feel like as soon as May starts and as soon as you see Mother's Day pop up in your calendar, you should be like, I should get something for mom or I should do something for mom. My recommendation would be if you are long distance with your mother, give her a call. That's usually the best gift in the world for any mother. She wants to hear from her child and know how their child is doing. And don't just give her some 5-minute call saying, "Oh, hey mom, love you, bye." You know, let's talk for an hour or so. Do something with your mother. You know, it's pertinent. Like this is the mother who brought you into this world, and in my mother's words, can take me out just as quick. So also when Father's Day comes up, do the same for Father's Day. Because listen, even though dads aren't like moms, dads don't get enough credit for the stuff they do. Personally, it's a different situation for different dads. Different dads are sometimes deadbeats, but for the dads that are there, get something for your dad.
I mean, I feel like the viewers already have that plan. Not gonna lie, but
And I'd say it extends not to just your mother, like your
Yeah.
mother's mother, like your grandmother, your
Exactly.
aunts.
Or a mother figure or
Yeah,
something.
exactly. Teachers.
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah.
Stepmother,
Mhm.
godmother,
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
grandmother.
oh yeah.
Exactly. Get
So-
something for your teacher on Mother's Day because they're mothers too.
Anyone in your life that plays a role in like helping you grow, I'd say that counts.
Yeah. I love you, Mom. You don't get enough credit for the things you do. I just had to do that.
Oh yeah, we can start talking about Autism Awareness Month and
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
autistic entrepreneurs. So, for me, like one of the entrepreneurs that I saw with autism was Satoshi Tajiri, which is the creator of Pokemon.
Oh my gosh, I was thinking about looking that up, but then I knew that like you'd probably do it because you were talking about like Pokemon in the show before, so I decided to search for another one.
Yeah. So originally Satoshi Tajiri, he was really into insects, like collecting insects and catching them. So he thought of the idea for Pokemon, which eventually became like the largest brand in the world. Which just means that
You mean the largest like card?
No,
mean-
like the entire brand, like Pokemon.
Pokemon is the largest brand in the world.
That's crazy.
I'm pretty sure, like larger than Hello Kitty, Marvel.
I mean, like
Yeah,
the
I-
largest
pushing
like
it.
brand.
I
like,
thought you were saying
out
like
of
brand, like
everything.
Pokemon is the largest brand. Period.
Or I think it's like the most grossing money,
So
Pokemon?
do you mean Pokemon is the largest?
or at least one of the.
So
yeah,
so it's
one of the.
I think it had a lot of hype at one point, but I don't
no
think I would
Pokemon definitely had a
generalize.
lot of hype. I would go over.
Yeah.
Listen, I'd go over
Yeah,
to my
the
friends and
cards,
cousins'
the
house.
mobile game.
Exactly.
Overhyped.
Pokemon
Congrats,
Go.
man.
Also, for the people that still play Pokemon Go, stop playing while you're driving. You're swerving in and out of lanes. You do not need to play Pokemon Go while you're driving. I had to say that. Be in a passenger seat while you play that, because there have been cases where some people have been playing Pokemon Go and they've crashed
Wait, how do you know that?
because you can look it up.
That's a thing.
Okay.
Yes, because Pokemon Go literally has this feature where it knows when you're driving. It'll say,
yeah.
"Hey, you're walking a little bit too fast. Are you driving?" And it'll be like, "No, I'm not driving. I swear." And then sooner or later they'll crash into a street pole.
Dang. It says it's worth $10.8 billion and it's the
$10.8.
top 10 most
Wait.
valuable brands
Only
in the world.
Only 10.8.
It says
the fact
it's
that-
grossed more than 150 billion in lifetime revenue.
That's actually so crazy. I don't even know if this is accurate though. It says it's caused 145,000 car accidents in the U.S.
What?
Mhm.
That can't be real.
No, people
No,
were
people were
people were
dying.
obsessed with Pokemon.
People were
I
like
think it was on the
walking
news
off.
at one point.
Yeah,
Yes.
people falling off like ledges.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
It's
I
not
got-
even
I gotta
worth
catch Pikachu.
it. It's Pokemon. It's
Yeah,
not
I don't
even
know.
worth it.
why
Oh my
people
gosh,
are doing
Mewtwo!
that.
I gotta catch him, and then they fall off a cliff or something.
Yeah, that's pretty insane. Yeah, just look where you're going. Like phones are already bad. Like when people are driving,
Yeah.
you shouldn't. Like you can cross like a football field in like 5 seconds, going like 20 miles
Okay,
an hour.
maybe some of that's unrealistic.
It has to be because what?
People
No
are dumb.
way.
We've discussed this multiple
I
times.
mean,
But
not
Pokemon
some
Go,
people.
Yes.
like
Yeah, I don't know.
People are
I
obsessed.
don't know what's entertaining about
why?
it.
Exactly. Like
because you get to.
I mean, I guess it. I mean, it is
Okay.
promoting people going outside.
Okay,
though.
this conversation is divulging
yeah.
and just talking about Pokemon now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Does anyone else have an entrepreneur they want
yeah.
to talk about?
He's like definitely not as popular as Pokemon, but Spencer Kelly, he started his own business when he was 14. And then he was running a soap selling store online. So yeah, basically the company uses like high quality scents and ingredients for like soap. And then in 2017, he was invited to speak at the World Conference on Autism. And right now he is a senior at Oakland University. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Wait, say his business again.
I do not know the name. Wait, no. Oh, sorry. It's called Expedition Soaps.
Expedition Soaps. Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of it before. Like, is it in stores? Do you know?
I believe it's an online store. I'm not sure if
Online
it's like
store.
an in-person store.
Okay.
Okay. that makes
Because
sense.
I've been down the soap aisle many times. Target,
Hopefully.
Walmart.
Mm.
Yeah, I've never seen Expedition Soaps, but I'll check it out.
so I researched Dan Aykroyd, I think that's how you say his
Dan
name.
Aykroyd.
Aykroyd. Okay, Dan Aykroyd. And you may know him from like Ghostbusters or Saturday Night Live. That's where I know him from. So, and then he's a American actor, comedian, screenwriter, and producer. He's open about his autism and helps like raise awareness and acceptance of the condition. And he's become like an advocate for individuals with ASD and encourages them to embrace their differences and pursue their passions. And kind of just like lets them know that it doesn't stop anything. Like,
Mhm.
you can still do the same thing everyone else does.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Cool.
Oh,
For me, I personally, I was given the choice of researching two different topics, so I chose the latter. I started to look up how students could make money in
Mhm.
school. So, if any students are listening, listen up, and also y'all listen up because this is good information. So, if you're good in school or you're good at math, reading, science, whatever it may be, whatever subject you're good in, consider becoming a tutor. That may sound boring to some people who wants to sit down and do more homework with people. The good thing is you can charge people to make you help them with their homework.
Mhm.
So I would consider starting at an hourly, depending on how long you're going with it. Sometimes tutors go by an hourly rate, or some can go by every 15 minutes or whatever you want to do, depending on what you want to do your price range at and your rates. So do hourly rate of like $10-15, and you can start that out. And if your school doesn't allow you to put up posters advertising your tutoring business, you can put it up in a local community center, or
I'd say just
outside.
talk to them.
Yeah, or talk to them personally, saying, "Hey, if you need help, I'm a tutor. You can meet me on a." Because nowadays people usually don't go over to people's houses to
Mhm.
tutor. So I would recommend starting up a Google Meet or a Zoom call to help people with that. And since you can present things on Google Meet and on Zoom, it helps people visualize things more.
Mhm.
And alternatively, you could offer your services in spring, summer, winter, and fall. You can start doing not housework, gardening, which that includes just mowing lawns, raking leaves, shoveling snow, all that type of stuff. People really, I'm gonna tell you this: people don't like to do their own lawn work. They
Oh,
really
yeah.
don't. Like raise your hand if you want to wake up in the middle of winter and go out there and shovel 6 inches of snow.
I'm
Definitely
not
not.
gonna lie, I'd rather do that than pay someone else to do it.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I guess if you were like an older person though, like you
Yeah,
had stuff
exactly.
to do, you were
Yeah.
like you have work, you get back from work, and you don't want to mow your lawn doing more work. It makes sense to pay someone. Like my dad paid our neighbor when we went to Mississippi for a few weeks to mow our lawn because we own the house and we have to. But yeah, my dad said I have to mow the lawn tomorrow.
Oh, that's
No.
a sad case.
Mm.
Yeah.
You can also sell. Oh,
Sorry. I was just gonna ask, do you like participate in like No Mow May?
Wait, what is
Heard
that?
of that? It's like when people don't like mow their lawns for the entire month of May.
That's
That's
I feel like a
amazing.
fine.
I've never heard of that. That
Why,
sounds
though?
Pretty sure.
why?
I mean, it's a thing in my neighborhood, but it's to like.
What
It's a
neighborhood?
thing in our neighborhood.
My
Wait, what's it
Yeah,
called?
that's true.
Really?
Wait, why? Like, why is that a thing?
It was saying something like, not to mow it. It was kind of like,
Is it like a
Like
protest
protest?
against land
Well,
use?
I mean,
that
also
makes
because
no
like
sense.
you can like see like the difference and stuff. Like for example, like in the winter, our grass was like really dead and everything, and now that it's spring, you can definitely see like the difference and like just seeing all of the new like plants and stuff out there. It's just it
Yeah.
kind of I don't know. It's kind of weird in a way to just
Hmm.
like immediately cut everything, after they come back, like for once, in the spring.
No, my
That makes
grass is
sense.
already pretty high, and it's only been a few days for like
Yeah, well,
warmer
it's been
weather.
raining a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why like it's only for the duration of like May.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, do we want to go to the next?
Yeah.
Oh, summer.
Okay. So we got to talk about the elephant in the room again. This man Trump and his tariffs about to drive me insane. By the way, in case you can't tell, like I'm reading this from a script. So
Oh my gosh, why you have to break the illusion? Like, say it with some energy. We get in here every single Saturday, or last month every single Saturday. Y'all just sitting there like this when the theme song is playing. Like, just-
Okay, it's what? 8:40 in the morning. Like,
okay. Maybe go to bed earlier. Wake up with some,
Okay.
wake up with a cup of
That doesn't
coffee.
help
on a
everybody.
Friday night.
this is why you don't mow your lawn.
Oh, yeah, to
pollen-
support pollinators.
and bees. Okay.
Oh, that's
And you
fair.
definitely
Pollinators?
notice that there's like less bees this
To
year.
support pollination, there
Okay.
are a lot of like bumblebees and bees around my house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that makes
Okay.
sense.
Okay. Back on
Hopefully,
topic.
no fines though.
Okay. Well, when we're talking about tariffs, Trump has threatened a lot ever since the start of his presidency, and even before then, that tariffs were going to be a big thing. So ever since Trump put the tariffs in place, he's been flip floppy with them. He hasn't been very firm with them like he said he would. Like he placed tariffs on Mexico and Canada, and then decided to halt those tariffs. Like he put the tariffs on hold, and then he went back on it and went full tariff on China up to, I think it was
is it a 145%?
yeah, 145% tariff rate on China, which I have no idea why he got that number out of his butt. I have no reason. I don't know what he's doing, because Joseba Martinez, who is an economics professor at London Business School, says one of the big objectives of the Trump administration is to reindustrialize America. I put that in quotations.
Yeah.
But if that's the objective economic policy, if that's the objective, then their economic policy is inherently inconsistent, because once you put tariffs on these other countries, they're going to, first of all, to even have their product in our country, they're going to have to pay more. But we're also going to have to pay the brunt of that.
We're going to
because
just raise the prices.
Yes, and like the 145% tariff rate on China would mean that iPhones, because iPhones are generally made in China, I think Taiwan also, iPhones would likely double in price. And if you have ever bought an iPhone, those things are already, some are even close to $1,000.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, like a $10 product.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like a $10 product will cost $24.50.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
that's how big of a jump.
And one of the biggest things, like, I don't know if gas would go up, but he said we're gonna lower the price of gas. Americans are not gonna have to pay the price of gas. We're gonna win always. America is gonna be great again.
Okay, maybe not put him in a negative light like that. You know,
I'm not
just
putting him in.
showing-
I'm not
I
trying.
know it's kind of showing bias in a way.
No. I want to say this. I have no bias against him. I'm not trying to put him in a negative light. But by the things he's doing, it's hard to not look at some of the things as negative. I look at some of the things that Trump's done. Some things are positive, some things are negative, but there are a lot of negative things. I got to be honest with you. Well, like,
Yeah.
I think the CEO of Apple, though. I think the CEO of Apple, because Tim Cook called the White House and was actually able to cancel the price increase on iPhones and stuff like that. So thank God, iPhones will not be costing $2,000 to $2,500. I mean, Apple would probably charge way more than that. Let's be
So,
honest.
Just to be clear, like what are tariffs exactly? Because
Oh, yeah. So tariffs are a tax imposed on imported goods by a government.
okay.
Yeah. So like their taxes, they're designed to protect domestic industries and can also be a source of revenue and negotiating leverage.
Yeah. So that's confusing to me because like I feel like inflation was one of the things that I guess attracted
Yeah, a lot of
caused him
people.
to get more votes.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying that Biden, like the inflation rate was lower when Trump was previously president, and then it skyrocketed back up when Biden was president. So
So-
a lot of people were worried because the inflation went up. So like gas prices went up, grocery prices went up, which I got to say this real quickly. I just went to the grocery store like 2 days ago. How much do you think the eggs were?
$6.50.
No,
Like $5.
No.
$10.
$15.
those eggs were nearly $11.
Oh,
Oh,
Wait,
okay.
what was it? Like 16?
No, it was. Oh wait, no. It was the first. I went back and swapped out the eggs. The first batch of eggs I got was 12 eggs. That was like $10. The second batch I got was I think 18 eggs. I forgot the price for that. But that first batch of eggs, 12 eggs for $10. You got to be out of your flipping mind.
Okay, I wanted to
Okay, so
say
what
that-
store did you go to?
We went to Metro Market on and usually Metro Market has good deals. Like we got some bread that it originally was $6, then it went down in price. It was $4. So that was a nice price drop. Usually we have some good deals there, but $10 for eggs.
Yeah. Okay, part of that isn't because of politics. It's
Yeah, I
in
know.
case you didn't know, the bird flu is going
Uh-huh.
around, and a lot of birds are just like randomly dying. And
Birds?
so
Yeah, like
Yeah.
chickens.
birds,
and-
yeah.
gosh, where have I
So
been?
because of that, like of course, you know, the price of eggs and stuff are in demand. So that's what raises.
but I'd
Yeah.
say when people, it went around like during COVID, when people think of inflation, it's not actually inflation. It's just price gouging. Like not
Yeah.
all of these things that could have this cause, they're like not all the companies are being truthful, like due to these tariffs making other companies
Yeah.
like products more costly for the consumer. Like other companies can then get away with raising their prices because
Yeah.
the consumer doesn't know where they're coming from. So they can say, oh, the tariffs are making us have to pay or like raise the price when they really don't have to.
Yeah.
Also, sorry, I wanted to add that my dad, like the other day, he was saying, how Sam's Club and Walmart were owned by the same people. Sam Weston. Wait, no, I don't know his name, but they were owned by the same people. But like at Sam's Club, you could get like a carton of eggs for less than you can get at Walmart, which is
For
ironic
because at Sam's Club, like Sam's Club and Costco, you buy everything in bulk.
Mhm.
Yeah. Also, it's
A membership as well.
Yeah, you have to get a membership as well. It's crazy. Which it's pertinent to say that actual retailers like Walmart, Target, Lowe's, and Home Depot also got on the bandwagon with Apple and said, we don't want our prices to be so big because most of the things that we get in America are from China.
Mhm.
Like China is the biggest, the number one when it comes to importing product. I mean, not importing, exporting products, and they make products for other countries, or not just for America. They make products everywhere around the world. And Trump did say that his 145% tariff rate on China would come down substantially, but he wanted to make it clear that it will not be zero. So we will see some price increases on Chinese-made products. And personally, the way that I think Trump is going with, I don't hold any grudge against Trump one way or the other, but he runs the country as if it's a company and not as if it's a country, right?
Yeah,
he
serving
runs
the
this,
people.
He runs this as if it's a business, like you have to run it like it's a corporation. And to one extent, I can see his point. I can see how he wants to run it, but you have over 300 million people living in America. One decision from you can impact all of them at once. So, in my opinion, I think Trump is going to do what he does. We're going to have him for the next 4 years. I don't see it good or bad. Some things I can agree with, other things I really don't. But that's with every president, right?
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Okay, let's move on. Here on the Hustle and Go Show, we like to keep things upbeat and fun. So we coming at y'all with the fresh tea.
Oh my God. Listen, even though she's not here, you can still say, like, we coming at y'all with some fresh tea. Come on, get your energy
with some
up.
fresh tea. Some of these celebrities and trends going around on the internet. Great.
You said that was
up.
zero energy here today.
I
on Hustle and
tried.
Grow
Okay,
Show.
whatever.
Okay, I appreciate you.
Okay, you know what?
I
Let me
appreciate-
start actually because this made me so mad. Okay, so Dubai chocolate. You guys all know that trend. It's been on the internet for a while. So I went to try it, right? I went to the Milwaukee market. That was probably my fault because I think there are like places that specifically like sell treats like that. But I went to the Milwaukee market and there was this place, I think called Aladdin's something, and they sold it and it was in a cup. It was like chocolate strawberries, and it was so like, it was not up to the hype. Like it was so disappointing. Not gonna lie, like it wasn't terrible, but I don't
You didn't
know.
see
Everyone
what the
hyped
hype
it up.
was about.
Yeah, I don't see what the hype is about. And honestly, I think it was made differently, but I might have to try it somewhere else.
Would you say it's Dubai chocolate?
Yeah, it's Dubai chocolate. Like it had chocolate covered strawberries, the pistachio stuff, and then like the crunchy whatever it's called. But it wasn't like combined into a chocolate bar. So I feel like that's what I have to try.
Yeah, I say like a few of the things that are coming out recently, they're just not living up, in my opinion, to the hype of what they what they were like presented to be. Like the Minecraft movie was fun. It was fun to watch, but it wasn't good as a movie. Like the story wasn't good.
I feel like nowadays, like movies, yeah.
Yeah, like with the Minecraft movie, there are some things with it that I haven't seen it yet, and I'm definitely going to see it. But that movie made millions on its opening weekend. I think the reason it did is because everybody went to go see it as a joke. Because on the internet, everyone's just making memes about the trailers. Chicken jockey.
Yeah,
I could. That meme was actually stuck in my head for a good solid week, and I could not get it out.
Okay, it's so funny how people. I don't know. It's so funny how people can get like one just meme could just attract a bunch of attention because it's linked to, I guess,
and
Minecraft.
Yeah, and you know, because of that, it became the highest grossing video game movie of all time. It beat out Sonic and the Mario Brothers on the opening weekend, and it's still on track to. I think if it hasn't already, it's still on track to make $1 billion at the box office.
That's crazy.
Only because of Jack Black.
Only
because
not.
Oh my
I
god.
will
Yeah,
say-
if Jack Black wasn't in the movie, it probably wouldn't have done as well.
That wasn't
But I'd
Jack,
say-
bro. That wasn't Jack Black. That was Steve. Right?
Yeah, and they're making like products about it.
Oh my gosh, the action figures for the Minecraft movie. You're just buying a Jack Black minifig. That's all you're buying. You're not buying Steve or whatever the other characters' names are. You're just buying Jack Black. That's it.
But also, like, it was causing a lot of uproar in movie theaters. Like, people were throwing like
Yes.
popcorn.
People,
the
kids
chicken
were getting
jockey.
arrested and banned from movie theaters. They're like
Yes.
one movie theater literally put up a sign that says, "If you go see the Minecraft movie, do not throw popcorn, food, or drinks, or we will call the police and have you prosecuted." Because there was literally I've never seen this happen ever, but they stopped the movie as it was playing. Like I didn't know I didn't know movie theaters could do this, but apparently movie theaters, well, it makes sense. Movie theaters can literally just pause the movie whenever they want to if something is going on, like inside the movie theater. So there were some kids, I don't know if it's happened here. I pray that it hasn't happened yet. But in the movie theater, as soon as Jack Black said chicken jockey, or as soon as he said Ender Pearl, at any time like he said something that was a meme going around on TikTok or Instagram, they cheered. They step in the chairs like, yeah. And then one kid threw their popcorn over everybody below them and their drinks.
Nah,
Yeah, and they actually got arrested for that and
Yeah,
banned from the movie theater.
rightfully so.
Yes.
That's pretty messed up. But also, Jack Black came into one of the movie theaters.
Oh my
He did?
god.
Yeah, he went into one of the movie
Oh, yeah, I
theaters.
saw TikTok.
Yeah, and I think that's a really good like marketing trick. Not even just marketing trick, but also like engagement.
Oh yeah, it definitely
Like just
is.
going into movie theaters
I feel like
as
Yeah.
a celebrity.
I feel like it's a once in a lifetime thing though.
Oh my gosh, I'm sitting next to Jack Black. Then he turns over to you. No, I'm Steve. I feel like that's something Jack Black would do. Let's be honest here.
Yeah, and also I like to point out that he played like 100 hours of Minecraft just to get into like
Yeah, he did.
just to feel how it would be to play Minecraft or be in Minecraft. So I think like actors that actually care about the source material and learning about what they're playing as is really important.
Yeah.
Like I forgot who plays Superman.
Oh, I know. Yeah, it's Superman. Dang, I forgot his name. Henry Cavill. It was
Cavill.
It was Henry Cavill before.
Yeah,
I forgot the new
No,
actor's name.
No, Henry Cavill. I'm talking about Henry Cavill.
Oh, Henry Cavill.
Like when he was playing The Witcher, or like playing in the movie Witcher, like
Oh,
he
yeah.
played the games like a ton to just understand and read the books.
Yeah.
And so I think that would be a big thing into like movie making, like because like the Snow White movie.
Oh yeah, that was
I heard like they didn't really care about the source
womp
material.
womp. That's terrible.
Yeah, not gonna lie, I'm not wasting my money on that movie. But I do want to see Sinners with Michael
Yeah,
B. Jordan.
Sinners.
Everyone's been talking about it.
Oh, yeah,
said
I
it's
watched it
good.
too.
I definitely
Tuesday.
want to go
Yeah.
see it,
It was
especially
good.
because Rod Wave is at the end.
Rob
He is.
Man,
Oh
I
my
don't wanna
gosh,
watch
now
it
I don't
no
wanna
more.
see this
I don't
movie.
wanna see it.
I've been hearing nothing but good things about Sinners, and I definitely want to go see that because
Yeah.
That's at the movies.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Or Michael B. Jordan.
But
Right.
What's it about, by the way?
I think it's
Um,
from the trailers. What I
Sinners.
get is it's about a group of black people, and they have to fight against these demons or vampires, something like
Yes.
that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's about
I mean,
vampires. It's like
I'm glad
late
it's-
18.
I'm glad it's something
Hundreds.
that's like original, you know.
Yeah.
for once.
It is really good. I'd say
Speaking,
that.
yeah. Speaking of that, since we have limited time, I want to talk
yeah.
about this.
Uh-oh.
Kanye's tripping off of crazy pills
I
again.
think we're actually
When isn't he?
almost
No.
done.
I'm just going to talk about this very
Oh, I
quickly.
know the
Gosh.
cousin thing.
Oh yeah, cousin.
No,
the
I was
sexually
actually about to talk about
assaulted
that. Here,
thing
no,
with his cousin
okay.
and Jeffree Star. Oh.
Yeah, if you haven't heard, Kanye made a song that was the first part about it was about his cousin, and I'm gonna read the lyrics for you, and I'm gonna bleep out this. I'm gonna bleep out the innuendos. Okay, so it goes: hanging with my cousin, reading dirty magazines. We seen two guys kissing. We ain't know what that stuff mean. Then we start reenacting everything that we had seen. That's when I gave my cousin head, gave my cousin head, gave my cousin head, I gave my cousin head, I gave my cousin head. That is literally the amount of times that he said that.
Oh man.
I saw you outside again, just hanging with your friends.
Okay, I'm not sure if the viewers want
Yeah.
to hear
Bro,
this.
I think
Kanye,
that's-
Disclaimer.
It's,
Oh.
yeah, I
Yeah.
gave a disclaimer saying that Kanye was tripping off crazy pills. I know that these boys about to judge me now. Started off when we was hanging out. Told my cousin not to tell nobody. Please no, don't tell nobody. People tell me make it to my grave. Truth will set you free someday. I don't think they understand that I'm not attracted to a man. They thought I was gay. and then he goes into the rest of his song. That's about a minute worth of Kanye saying that he had an incestuous relationship with his cousin.
Okay,
And-
I'm not.
I don't know how he still has a fan base, but yeah.
And Jeffree Star came out saying that they had a relationship.
Oh yeah, South Park called that way before. I
Okay,
want to say
so
that.
I think we should draw the
Yeah.
line, honestly.
And with that, we have to conclude today's show. Thank you to everyone that tuned in today to give a listen. I want y'all to remember some things from today's show. One Earth Day is not just once a year, it is every day, so do your part. Second, do not wait until the last minute to get your mom that gift. She cared for you ever since the womb. Show that woman some love. And thirdly, don't forget to tune in the next show on May 31st at 8 a.m. We do this show every month, y'all. Don't forget to check out the website at www.ctemke.org. We'll see you guys next time.
All right, see you
Bye.
next time.
Adios.
All right.
Bye.